That statement game last night, that statement by Nikola Jokic, that wasn't just to the Minnesota Timberwolves. That wasn't just to the rest of the teams that are in the postseason. That statement was to the all-time greats to let them know that he's coming for their spots. And when I say all-time greats, I'm thinking about the center position. I'm talking about, damn it, Akeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal. I believe that Nikola Jokic is already the most skilled center we have ever seen touch the damn basketball. And he got punked yesterday for this series. He got punked. And we gotta hold him to a level of accountability like we would do, quote unquote, every all-time great. I want to sit up here and apologize. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, I want to apologize to you and tell you I'm sorry. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I want to sit up here and tell you I apologize, I'm sorry. Because I jumped the gun just like everybody else when it comes down to disrespecting all-time greats. We were so ready to crown this man and put him ahead of all-time greats because of certain things and numbers that he was putting up in the regular season. So when we get to talking about top 5 this and top 5 that of all time, we need to sit back and keep a cool booty.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Did watch the Joker last night. That's embarrassing. They don't have their top 3 or 4 guards, and you guys put up a performance like that. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic were bad. That's a game you got to win. That was embarrassing. That was. And if this was LeBron, 3-time MVP, winner of one, NBA title, bowing out the way Joker did, we'd be crushing LeBron.
So it's official. The Minnesota Timberwolves eliminated the Denver Nuggets in Game 6 with a final score of 110-98. Minnesota had all of the answers for the Nuggets defensively, as Denver failed to score at least 100 points 3 times this series. To put that in perspective, the Nuggets scored less than 100 points only twice in the entirety of the regular season. If you were a Nuggets fan and you were told before this season even started that the Nuggets would be a 3rd seed up against the 6th-seeded Timberwolves, and by the end of the series, the Minnesota Timberwolves would be missing Anthony Edwards, Dante DiVincenzo, Ayo Dosunmu, and Kyle Anderson, then you would have been pretty darn convinced that the Nuggets would be making it past the first round. Well, sadly, for actual Denver fans, that's not our reality today. And as per usual, whenever a good team disappoints, people start looking for someone to blame. And right now, they're taking aim at the roster's best player. When you look at Nikola Jokic's averages in this series, you wouldn't think he was all that bad. At surface level, you might even think he was excellent. Over the 6 games, the Joker averaged 25.8 points, 13.2 rebounds, and 9.5 assists. The aspect that really declined, though, was his efficiency. In this series, Jokic only hit 44.6% of his shots, and an abysmal 19.4% of his 3-point shots. Shooting less than 20% from 3-point range is brutal, especially when you're attempting 36 of them over the course of the series, which was the 2nd most attempts of all players in that matchup. Now the narratives are changing about the Joker, and suddenly, all the damning statistics and information are making waves on social media and on major sports networks. Like the fact that somehow Nikola Jokic has never beat a 50-win team in the NBA playoffs. In all honesty, this might be my least favorite part about basketball discussions today, is how everyone tends to overreact and become slaves of the moment. Earlier this year, during the regular season, you had people on social media, and even creators here on YouTube, trying to convince people that the Joker was a top 10 player all time, and that he simply didn't have the help necessary to win a bunch of championships. But now, after one bad playoff series by his standards, suddenly the guy is a fraud, and we've apparently been ignoring all of his glaring weaknesses all along. As usual, the truth of the extremism lies somewhere in the middle. What is abundantly clear to anyone who is a student of NBA history is that every NBA legend has had a bad playoff series that haunts him for years. Like Kobe Bryant in the 2004 NBA Finals, where he shot 38% from the field, 17% from three, and led all Laker players in turnovers. Or how about LeBron James in the 2011 NBA Finals, where he averaged only 17 points, was very inefficient by his standards, and disappeared completely in some of the biggest moments. Or even Michael Jordan in the 1995 East Semifinals, especially in Game 1, where he scored only 19 points, shot 36% from the field, and had a playoff career high of 8 turnovers, including 2 crucial ones in the final possessions of a close game that they ultimately lost. More often than not, one bad postseason doesn't ruin a superstar's entire legacy, but it does absolutely change the ways they're talked about that summer. Again, this has to be reiterated, but this was a very rare lackluster postseason for the Joker. This was only the second postseason run of his career where he shot below 50% from the field. The only other time was last season, and even then, he was hitting 48.9% of his shots, which is significantly better than his efficiency this series against Minnesota. The harsh truth, though, is that I do think this is the official end of the Joker's reign as the quote, best player in the NBA. Yes, I do expect him to be a statistical monster next season, like he always is. But a lot of players are putting up monstrous numbers in this offensively inflated era. He'll be turning 32 next season, and unless Denver makes some drastic roster changes for the better, there's no reason to think they'll suddenly be winning enough for him to reclaim the title as the best player. One can argue that SGA has had that claim for a little while at this point. And that may be true, but I do think this is the first time where SGA won't have very much pushback against that claim. Until OKC is eliminated from a playoff series, it's SGA's world, and we're all just living in it. So what do you guys think? Are people being too harsh on Nikola Jokic for his first round exit? Or is this something that he's had coming for a while based on his weaknesses? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below. Shout out to the members for supporting the channel, and thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.